Hello, we're live. I'm live. Hi. Hello. I hope you all can hear me. Um, if you can, please say something in the comments section. I'm going to continue to do my makeup because I didn't finish before the live stream started. So we've got a count starting off, it looks like, with StreamYard. So let me know if you can hear me, please. Mm-hmm. Just wait a few minutes to get some more people in. Hey, Amanda, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Please, Lord help me. Yes, thank you. Okay, yes, thank you. And thank you for coming. Oh, yay, my sister. How are you? How are you doing? And thank you for your comment yesterday to let me know that you couldn't hear me. Jesus. Okay. Yeah. Let me know what's going on. Hopefully you're doing all well and stuff like that. Hopefully work's been okay for you. Hopefully. Let's see. Um, okay. I still have to, you need to do your hair. I hear you. I hear you. All I do is wear these little twists, my little mini twists, for like 2 or 3 weeks. Take them out to have a little twist out and then twist them back up. Because that's it. I ain't got time for it, man. Oh, sorry about work. Sorry about work. Goodness. Well, hopefully you can make a transition to a new place soon. Soon. So what have I done? I've done foundation, concealer for everybody who's looking at the replay, of course, and you. Yeah, concealer, foundation, bronzer, and then we're gonna do some blush. Um, so I talked about this in my live from Monday. Yes, Monday, the Suku palette. So I'm going to use this little like terracotta shade right there. And please excuse the nails. It's just, I have not had time to do them. So I can't recall the last time my nails looked like this. So, but yes, anyways, about this blush, it is really stunning. I like this palette so much. And the other one, the 102, it's really fantastic. Hi everybody who's joining. Feel free to, comment, say hello so we can see who you are. Have a nice little chat in the comment section. This is a beautiful blush. So if you're just joining, you didn't see this shade here. It's so pretty. And it's not too much. Okay, so that's pretty. And for highlight, because I'll get into the palettes, which we're gonna talk about here in a bit. I'm gonna use this Pillow Talk Beauty Light Wand by Charlotte Tilbury in the shade 2 Medium. Oh, well, there you go. That's true. And And I'm sure nobody really even cares. So you're right. If I don't point it out, then no one will look. Oh my goodness. So this is a cream highlight. I'm just squeezing some out, and I think I put too much. Yikes. I'm going to put it on the back of the sponge. It is beautiful. And there we go. Highlight, highlight, highlight. Okay. And blend, 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 blend. Blend, 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 blend. And it blends out so easily. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. I didn't add any more. I'm going to go to the other side. See if there's enough over here. Yep. So, yeah, yesterday, the issues with this live thing, it was just crazy. It was like my internet was slow, the computer was slow, couldn't get the microphone to work, worked on it for an hour. Extremely frustrating. But I went to downstairs to get my husband's computer or his microphone. That wouldn't work. I was like, okay. Thank you, Amanda. Yeah, I think so too. It's super easy to blend out. I'll put some right here. And then blend, blend, blend. Oh my goodness. So yeah. Okay. And if it's too much, then I'll just buff over it at the end. So there's that. And then I can make it pop a little bit more with highlight from the Suku palette. Do I want to use Suku? I think I'm going to use the Tom Ford, the highlight that's in this Shade and Illuminate Face palette. Intensity 3 Moss Agate. With one of my, this is the Blender Pro, or Detail Pro, Sonia G. Get that and pop that right in the center to make that pop, pop, pop. This is a stunning highlight. Like, if you have the Moss Agate palette, then you already know. I want to try the others though, so for everyone that's just joining, hello, and feel free to comment. I'm just finishing up my face makeup before we get into the eyeshadow palette. So that's what's going on here, but we are going to hop into the Natasha Denona palette very quickly. Okay, nice little golden thing, golden highlight situation going on. Okay. All right, so for the palette, I have already primed my eyes. I've already primed my eyes with my eyelids with my NYX HD Photogenic. That is Photogenic Studio eyeshadow base. So I've already primed them with that, and for my base, I'm going to use, at least for one of the eyes, the Groundwork Paint Pot by MAC. And here is this stunning palette. This palette is beautiful. If you like cool tones, then it's absolutely fantastic. I feel like the light is kind of washing out the colors, but it's really, really pretty. And I find it to be very brown girl friendly. Could there be some darker matte shades for the crease? Sure, but I mean, there's only 5 mattes, I think. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 mattes, and 2 of them are decent crease shades for me, like deepener shades. So of course we have the center shade there, and then we have this one here. And so Smoke is like a lighter shade, like a lighter crease shade for me. So if I'm going for something a little bit more subtle, then I could use that. But then you want the smoke, if you really want the smoke, no pun intended, then you would use the center shade there. So very pretty. And then transition, you have crease shade. I can't with these names, but you have this shade here. It's called Crease. Ignore that. And then transition shade there, right there. Okay. Yes, palettes do contain mirrors. Most of them do. I won't say most of them. It seems like the more affordable ones, they usually tend to not have a mirror. But yeah, Natasha Denona always puts a mirror unless you get one of the like little single 5 pans, then they don't have a mirror because they're skinny. So what kind of mirror would you put in there? I guess, I don't know. But yes, very helpful. So let's get into this palette. Very pretty. So if you are familiar with this palette, then you know there was like some, I guess, controversy about the shade names that Natasha Denona chose to put into the palette. She was trying to tell people how to use the palette. If you don't know what to do with the palette, then you could say, there's an outer eyelid shade here, because that's what it's called, outer eyelid, or inner. I'm trying to not to blind you with the mirror. Okay, that's not gonna work. But there's like a shade called inner corner, of course, crease, transition, and all that. But for deeper skin tones, that really does not apply, those little instructions that she tried to provide. So there was some pushback about that. But if you ignore the names, it's a beautiful palette. And it's, it works well for my skin tone. So all that being said, let's hop into it. And hello, everybody who's joining. How are you? Feel free to share say hi in the comment section. Okay, so let's see. Whenever I come onto the videos, even when I'm like recording my videos, I don't have a preconceived notion of what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to go into, well, first of all, my paint pot with my finger and press that onto my lid, my finger, and blend it out. Get a nice color base going there. A little lighter than my skin tone, but not too much. And I find that the Groundwork paint pot is a little bit cooler toned than like Laying Low, maybe. So it provides a nice brightness, but it has a little bit of a cooler tone to it, in my opinion. Okay. I say I stay clear. I try to steer clear of it, but although I do hear about it, of course. So, okay. All right. So that blends out, like a paint pot does, pretty good. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with my, what is this? A Blender Pro Sonia G. And I'm going to go into Crease. That is the shade in the first row. That shade here, and my camera is washing it out, but it's like a taupe tone, and I'm gonna use that. And so the good thing about Natasha Denona's palettes, if you care to do this, you can pop these out and rearrange them with rearrange them in a way that would more make sense for your skin tone if you really do need the instructions for like center eyelid, outer eyelid, all that. And she did provide a picture for like darker skin tones in which you can like rearrange the shades and make it, make the names more appropriate for you. So here is Crease. And it blends out really nicely. Her mattes blend out very nicely in my experience. I have heard of some, issues with blending in previous palettes, but for this one, I think it's fine. Or I've had. Oh, thank you, Colette. Thank you. If you were, I don't know if you were here earlier, but the blush is from the Suku palette, the Suku 101. And it's this terracotta shade here. And I apologize, I keep going back and forth because, I don't know, it looks like everything's turned around on this StreamYard stream. So, but anyway, so that is Crease in the transition shade. The first crease shade in the palette is my transition shade. Okay. That's pretty. Not much blending. So you can see the little like subtle hint of gray that I got there because of the taupe. The tone of the taupe shade. Okay. And so next I'm going to go in with, oh, you're welcome. You are welcome. Next I'm going to go in with Smoke, this shade here. It is the Smoke shade. Wait, it's the only Smoke shade in the palette. So Smoke, I'm going in with Smoke. All right. And this is the shade that I said I could use as like a subtle deepening shade for my skin tone. And I'm gonna put that right in the crease and blend that out. And this brush is a Bristles Beauty brush. Have any of you guys tried the Bristles Beauty brushes? Let me know. I only picked up 3 of them. I didn't buy like the whole, collection and things, but I like them so far. Another Fude brush company, but they're more affordable, or they're meant to be more affordable. Hi, Molly. Welcome, welcome. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, that palette is really good if you feel like paying for it. If you don't mind, splurging on it is pretty nice. Yeah. All right, so that's the Smoke shade. So it's not even the deepest in the palette, and you're getting a pretty good smoke with that, smoked effect with this shade. So I find that it builds pretty nicely as well. I'm gonna go back, and those are just my brushes knocking against each other on my table. So my apologies if it's loud. Okay. Okay. So that's nice. So is anybody coming from Behind the Beauty? I did not get to watch Behind the Beauty. I'm the gamer supporting your. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you. Amanda, do you have like a social media thing where because I know I thought you were doing Twitch and stuff with the gaming. Do you have anything that you're currently doing in that regard? Like where people can go and look if they like gaming? I don't know. Yeah, okay. Let me know, of course. All right, so I'm still adding Smoke. This shade builds up really nicely. That's nice. Not too much, Nice, nice, nice. Okay. And now we get to jump into these beautiful, there's just so many beautiful metallics in this palette. Oh my gosh. And I don't have the box, of course. I always throw my boxes out. I don't have room to be keeping. I don't even hardly have room for my makeup, let alone keeping boxes. Okay. So I might plan something next year with, okay, that's pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, so she's got beautiful metallics, and I think she's got 1 or 2 chroma crystals in here. I don't have that information right in front of me, but these are just pretty. Okay, so for this eye, what do we want to do? So one criticism that I remember watching Mel Thompson's video, she said that she thought there was a lot of repeat type shades in here. Like, they look different in the pan, but on the eyes, are they really going to show up all that differently? And I would have to agree with her in that comment, that there might be some things that don't look too different on the eye when you use them next to each other. So that is, a critique that I have about the palette, but we're going to see what we can come up with and try to, get some differentiation. I'm going to put glitter glue down. That's just what I do for all of my metallics. If you're familiar with my videos, then you already know. So we talked about this in my Monday live. The Too Faced glitter glue presses on. Real simple. And then, okay, what am I going to do? All right. I think I'm going to do, you already know, I'm going to do a halo. Okay, so I'm going to take, I'm trying to show you guys so you can see. I'm thinking about taking that. Maybe I want to do something cooler. Okay, I want to take this outer eyelid shade on the first row, the second shade in the first row, and I'm going to put that on. Do I like the formula? Yes, I do. Natasha Denona, I do. So I've kind of resolved this recently, I would say earlier this year, to stop buying palettes from brands that are hit or miss or that I'm not sure that I like. And so that would leave for sure Pat McGrath and Natasha Denona that I would definitely have, no problem with spending money on their palettes. So yeah, things like ColourPop. I mean, they have great stuff and things, but I don't know. I just, sometimes you like it, sometimes you don't, and stuff like that. And it's just a waste of money. So even though it's very inexpensive, it's like I'll buy like 5 ColourPop palettes and I could have spent that money on, something else, or could have gone towards a beautiful Pat palette or a beautiful Natasha Denona palette. You know what I mean? So, but that's a long-winded answer to say, yes, I like the formula. All right, so I'm going to take outer eyelid, the second shade in the top row, and the shine. I don't know if you guys can see how shiny that is. It is stunning. It's got, okay. It just has these beautiful, and I don't know if it's going to have the same effect on my hand because I didn't put a glitter glue down on my hand first. But you guys see how it has that silvery type look to it. It's got all these like little micro glitters in there, and it's just reflecting the light so beautifully. Oh my goodness. And it's like a cooler tone, like brownish, I don't want to say grayish base. It's really pretty. Okay, I'm going to take that on the outer eyelid, like it's called, as well. Button that right up against the smoke shade that we put. Oh, you see it? Even at the cost I'm saving by. Yeah, seriously. Yep, just ignore all the other stuff and just stick with what you know for sure you're going to like and enjoy and be happy every time you're using it and stuff. Like, I have so many palettes. Hi, yay. Thank you for coming last night and today. No, you are completely fine. I know that there's other streams going. And my first statement before I get sidetracked is that I have so many palettes that are just stacked away that I'm not even using, and I don't really have that much of a desire to go use like all those colorful, and you'll see them on my channel. If you go on my channel, I have like a video for a lot of those monochromatic ColourPop palettes, but I haven't gone back to use them. And so they're inexpensive, but I'm not using them, and I have like 6 of them or something. So, but anyways, yeah, so I was going to ask, was anybody coming over from the Behind the Beauty live today? Did anybody get to go see that? I did not. I was cooking dinner and putting my baby down for her sleeping. So, yeah, I did not get to. I haven't been able to watch a Behind the Beauty live in quite a while. But it looked really interesting and I wanted to see it. So I have to catch that on the replay, and I have to catch the previous one on the replay. They're talking about being Black in beauty. So, so last time it was about being Black in luxury beauty, like in the luxury beauty space. And then this one was just like a part 2, I think. So I want to catch that replay. But yeah, okay. So if you have missed what we have done, and of course you could watch the replay, but I will restate it quickly. I used the crease shade on my transition area. And then in the crease, I use smoke. And then on the inner and outer third of my lid, I use outer eyelid, which is right here. There we go. I've been reluctant to try cool tones on brown skin. Oh yes, it's beautiful. I got my start with cool tones with the ABH Sultry palette. That is, I think, one of my favorite palettes from the brand. If anybody's, interested in ABH, it is so stunning. I just tried it. I just bought it just to try like and challenge myself to use cool tones. And girl, I just I like it so much. So on the center lid, let's go with we're going real cool. I'm going to use this shade here. It's called Center Eyelid. It's on the middle row in the last shade of the middle row, if I can speak. All right, and here is what that one looks like on the finger. Look at that shine, you guys. And then here it is. Okay, I shouldn't do that in the viewfinder because I can't see. I can't get the direction right. Okay, look at that silver. Come on now. Look at that shine. It is reflecting that light. Oh my goodness. Come on. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on the center. Oh, and it's called Center Eyelid. I didn't even realize that. Okay. All right. And so, oh, they were having problems with YouTube. Okay. I thought I had seen like a short video. It was like 3 or 4 minutes long, and then they had to come back for another one, I had assumed. Okay. That is so, oh, it was on Zoom. Okay. Hopefully they'll get to record it and upload it on YouTube. Okay, that is really pretty. So the difference between this shade and the outer eyelid shade, other than the color, of course, is that I think this one, I don't have the box like I said, this shade, Center Eyelid, is a metallic. And then I believe this one is probably like a chroma crystal, and our chroma crystal shades have those flecks of glitter in them. And so the inner and outer corner of my eye have really like glittery specks. And this one is just, like you said, Amanda, very metallic. It's very smooth. It looks really pretty in person. Hopefully it's coming off nicely on camera. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to take Smoke, the shade we used in the crease, and just take that and blend a little bit more. And especially over here to re-intensify this outer corner. Okay. So let me know how you all are doing and stuff. It's Wednesday, so the week's almost over. Almost a Saturday. Okay. Cool. All right. So I think that's really pretty. Can I pop something else on? I can always pop something else on. You all know I'm always adding something extra. So let's see. What am I going to add extra? So on the inner corner, I think I'm going to go in with, let's try this. It's like a pinky toned champagne type of shade. It's called Center Eyelid. I'm going to take a little small brush. Oh, yes, your work week's about to start. You have a shortened work. Do you have a shorter work week? Like you do 3 days on or like 4 or something like that? I mean, I guess that's not much shorter if you think about 5 days in a week. So never mind. That's pretty. So, and you can see the pink. I don't know if you guys can see the pink, but in person, you can see like the subtle pink, effect of Fridays. Okay. Friday, Saturday to Sunday. So you got 3 days there. All right. And then taking that a little bit. Oh, that's nice. See, I need to try to get one of them schedules where you have, more time off. But do you have to like work a really long day? Because I feel like whenever I've heard of people having those schedules, they have to work like 10 hours. I know, Amanda, would you consider that you have to work 24 hours? It's basically 24 hours, right? Okay, I'm gonna take Smoke again this is the Bristles Beauty Brush. I did not mention the number. It is the E02RL. So you have to do 12. No, you said you didn't like. No, no, I did not. Nursing was not for me. It was not for me, which I'm so happy I found out my first semester of school. I'm extremely grateful. It wasn't for me. It just wasn't. So God bless all the nurses. Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot. 3 p.m. Saturday and until 11 p.m. Sunday. Oh yeah, I said I'm taking the Smoke. I'm taking the Smoke shade, and we're just gonna add that to the lower lash line. Smoke, smoke, smoke it out. Okay. So recently, since is anybody still working from home? Well, I know Amanda, you're not, and Ace is high. We have been talking, back and forth for all these. I won't say all these years. I guess maybe. I don't know what to call you. Like, so can you tell me what you prefer to be called? Because I like to say people's names, and I don't know if you want me to call you Aces or something. That probably sounds silly, but yeah, you are obviously nursing or you're in nursing. So is anybody else still working from home? I know I am working from home. Um, so I've been working from home since March. Um, and so since I'm working from home, I haven't put my baby in daycare, of course. Well, I won't say of course, because taking care of a baby all day and trying to do work at the same time, it's pretty challenging. In case anyone was wondering. So that's why I haven't been able to video record and edit, because every waking hour is devoted to either work or taking care of Jada. So yeah, it's been a challenging time. But at the same time, I'm very grateful that to have all this time with her, to see her grow up, without, all day, see all the different changes and stuff like that, versus somebody at a daycare center or some babysitter being able to say, oh yeah, your baby started doing this today, that type of thing, if you know what I mean. So, um, what can I say? I mean, what can I do? I feel like I have to do something else. Yeah, Jada. Yeah, she's in there sleeping. She's trying to talk and stuff. Oh, so I'm the center eyelid shade. So this one is like a light gold pearlescent shade. So it's like a light gold champagne. I'm gonna pop that right at this top area here, just to do some type of like spotlight color effect thing. That's pretty. I like doing those little things, a little effect. So when you look down, you have like a little pop. Even though with this palette, it's not like a bright color pop, but it's still a little pop. And I'm just adding, adding, adding. But you can stop whenever you feel like it, of course. This is pretty. This is so pretty. Oh, and I always forget my brow bone. So I'm going to take another brush, do something real quick. Yeah. I'm grateful for that, because they were talking about, if you come back, if you work in the office, they want you wearing a mask. And I'm like, I know people are doing it. I don't understand how. I mean, I know people have to, but working 8 hours with a mask on, that is a lot. That's a lot. So God bless all the people that are doing that, and so we can still have the services that we need to, I guess, to function. But it's a lot, because when I go to the store and wear a mask, I'm just like, come on, it's hard. All that breathing, and y'all know what I'm talking about. All right, so I'm gonna take brow bone, this shade here, there. Let's see what that swatch looks like. This one is another like champagne. I'm sure there's better ways to describe these shades than what I'm doing. Okay, so here's the brow bone shade here. Come on, there we go. So there's just a lot of shine with all of these. This hopefully is not ashy on my brow bone. All right, I'm just taking a bit and just gonna pop that right there. And you can't see it because I kicked it all off. Oh yes, I did. Yeah, I remember you were doing that. I remember you were doing that. That's pretty, and it's nice and subtle. So it's not too light for my brow bone area. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, cool. So for this, I'm going to go ahead and do liner. I'm going to take the Permagel Ultra Glide eye pencil from Pat McGrath in Black Coffee. So this is a dark brown liner, and so feel free to use black or something like that. I'm just going to smudge this along the lower lash line, my along my lash line. Okay. All right. So these go on really nicely. So I do really like this from Pat McGrath, these eyeliners. And I'm just doing a little bit of tight lining. Okay, that was simple. And just a little bit down here. All right, there we go. And so I'm gonna do lashes, at the end, but there's that. Very pretty. So now let's go to this eye here. And I'm gonna do concealer on this eye versus the MAC paint pot. I did the groundwork paint pot on this eye in case somebody came after we did that portion. And this is the Pat McGrath concealer in MD27. I saw something on Facebook, an ad that said the Pat McGrath foundation is currently 30% off if anybody is curious on her website. Okay. All right. So we have a nice blank canvas here to start the other eye. Okay. So I want to use a metallic in the crease. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go in with Outer Eyelid. It is the second shade on the last row. So yeah, I had mentioned to you guys that you can switch your shades around for it to fit however you want to do your makeup, as far as like the lash line shade, blend shade, all that stuff. But I didn't, just because I think it'll be hard to explain what shade I'm using if everybody's palette is all matched all different ways, So this is the same layout, of course, that the palette came in when, that she curated it as. All right, so Outer Eyelid. And I'm putting that on the corner, on the outer corner. So here we have another potential shade for your crease. So it's not too much. I feel like this shade in the crease might be even more, daytime friendly or, subtle than this smoke shade that we used in the other one, because that smoke shade is giving me a nice amount of smoke. This brush is the Wayne Goss number 4. So there you go. You're getting a little depth. I like that. And a little bit of shine, but it's nothing too much, not a lot of glitter and sparkle. So that shade, what does it look like in a swatch? It's pretty bronzy, I think. It's not super cool. It's one of the, bronzier shades in the palette. So you guys can see that a little bit. There we go. It's got a nice amount of shine to it when you pack it on with your finger, but when you use a brush, it blends out nicely. And it's not, super evident that it is a, metallic shade. So I think that is pretty. Okay. And then I'm just going to take the fluffy brush, the Blender Pro that I was using in the other look, and blend around that. Okay. Hi, Denise. How are you? Yes, Amanda. So I thought I was going to get like a little bit more of a daytime type look, but that smoke shade, it really hits you. I thought that it was going to be a little lighter than it actually is. So if you want more daytime, I would say go with outer eyelid. If you're my skin tone, outer eyelid as like the crease shade, or go with a light hand with smoke. And then don't even bother with lash line unless you're just using it for like a liner. Hi, Venice. Hi, Venice. Did you go to the Behind the Beauty Zoom call? Yeah, did you go? You were in, I have to watch the Behind the Beauty that you were in like 2 weeks ago, I think. I haven't been able to catch the lives and stuff like that. But I saw your picture, Vicky J. Hi, Nicole. Vicky J like posted it that you guys were all doing like being black in the luxury beauty, community. So I have to go check it out. But that's cool that you were able to, be on that. How was the Zoom call today? I think the lady from Colored Rain was going to be on there. I think that was her, right? The lady that started Colored Rain. Colored Rain is another one that I'm like, I know that I'm going to enjoy their stuff, so I don't have to question whether I'm going to buy it. Oh, good. Yeah, there is a lot to talk about. I'm disappointed that I missed that. So I'm going to catch the replay. I'll probably turn it on after, or probably tomorrow. Okay, so enough with the talking. Well, not enough with the talking, but that blended out so nicely and it's very subtle. Okay, so what am I going to do next? All right, so we've got that there. I want to go in with, this is going to be more like a bronzy golden look. I think we're going to go for that. So next, why don't we use this nice gold shade here, bottom row, called Center Eyelid, and I'm going to put a swatch. Okay. All right, and here is what that one looks like on the finger. And let's get that nice swatch. There we go. So pretty. It is so pretty. Okay. Let's put this. I'm just going to put this all over the lid. Oh, what? I didn't put my glitter glue. You don't need a glitter glue with her shadows. It's just, I like to just add that extra punch and that extra hold, because I like of course, people like my stuff. People like their eyeshadows to last all day, and I'm not trying to have any creasing or anything like that. Do you have this palette? It's fantastic. It's fantastic. I was like, oh, cool tones, yay. Okay. Oh yes, Adio. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh, Taraji's makeup artist. Oh, yes. Yes. And I'm blanking on the name too. But I follow her on Instagram. I know who you're talking about. Dang, now I'm gonna be sitting here trying to think of her name. Taraji's makeup artist. Taraji's makeup artist. Yes. All right. I feel like it's something with an A. Okay. All right, do some glitter glue down. Okay. All right, so center eyelid on the last row, the first center eyelid shade on the last row. And okay, here we go with this shine. Goodness gracious, it is so pretty. Oh my gosh. Do you, I'm like, do you see? Oh, oh my gosh. This is so stunning. Like it looks like liquid, like metal on the lid. Look at this. And now you could just be done because I feel like it just blends nicely into the outer eyelid shade that we just put down. I'm not going to stop because you know me, but you could because it just nicely fades into, you know, the shade we just used. This is stunning. Come on, Natasha Denona. See? Okay. All right. So next, I want to try. I'm going to see what, because I think this is a Chroma Crystal shade, this center shade here on the top row. It's called Inner Corner. It's like another pink toned champagne. I'm going to put that on the center and see if it adds a pop. Let's see what it looks like on the swatch. Glam is sold out on Sephora. Oh no. It's so good. I guess I'm not surprised. So that's what that inner corner shade on the first row looks like. It's that. It's pinky champagne, but I feel like this center eyelid shade here that we use on the inner corner on this eye is more pinky than the other. I think so. I saw that ad today on Facebook that she's offering 15% off on eye products. So yeah. Oh, yeah. So it's taken me forever to get to my $100 gift card because of the way they have restructured their points at Sephora. I know it was never really good, that good, but now it's like $1 for, you know, $1 equals 1 point versus it used to be, what was it, like $1? You would get 1.5 points for every dollar you spent. Sephora. So anyways, I'm going to go with the inner corner, that, you know, champagne-y shade. Ooh, okay. This is so cute. Oh my gosh. I know. And I think it's shameful too. Can you guys see that difference? It's a subtle hint, especially on camera, but in person, I just like that pop. It's like a pinky champagne little pop in the middle of that gold. And it's pretty. Oh my goodness. It is so pretty. Okay. Alrighty. So, and then this time last year is when I had all the issues even getting, so I did get to the $100 gift card, you know, reward, but I couldn't get it. It was like Hunger Games. It was crazy. Like you had to be on there right at the certain time that they released it, and it was gone in a second. So yeah, I don't know if they're going to still play that game this year with that whole, you know, getting your $100 reward. Okay. Oh, you can definitely see it. Post the looks close. Okay. Yes, I will do that. I should have done that on my previous. I will do that. This is pretty. Post it on my community tab. Yes, they do make it difficult. They're trying to keep that little $100. I mean, I will call it little. It's not little to me. I really appreciate it, but you know, they're really trying to keep it. So I do want to add a little bit more depth to this because that the outer eyelid shade does a good job, but I just want to add a little bit more. So I'm going to go with Smoke. We haven't, not Smoke, Lash Line. We haven't used that one tonight. So I'm going to go in with my Builder Pro. This is one of my favorite brushes from Sonia G. This little Builder Pro eyeshadow brush. I know. And then every time you check out at Sephora, they're trying to encourage you to use 500 points for $10 off. What? They have a lot of gall. I mean, I guess as a business, they want to minimize how much they're giving away for, I guess, free, which is not, because we're spending a decent amount of money to get the points. But come on, 500 points for $10. I think that's what they're trying to do. All right, so lash line on. I know it's not free. So I'm going really subtly with this shade. So hardly even dipping my brush in at all. Wait, if I can bring it over. So just a little, just dipping the tip in and like knocking off any excess and just adding a very subtle hint of that shade in the lower outer third. Okay, so that really smoked it out, but not too much because I didn't bring it all the way up into the crease. And then I'm going to take the brush I was using with the outer eyelid shade and just pull up, pull up. I was going to go in for more, but I figured I'd just use what I have. Put on the brush and just pull that up through the crease. Okay, so it keeps the depth a little bit lower on the outer third area. Very, very nice. Okay, I'm gonna take the same, wait, what shade? I'm trying to remember. All we really for being rude is, yes. Yep. Yes, I hear you. I hear you. Okay, so I want to use another shade that we haven't used. I was going to use the pink shade there on the inner corner, but I think it's a little bit too chunky, and I don't want to say that I'm not saying that in a negative way, but it's not, I don't want it to fall, you know? Yes, I know, Venice. So have you purchased anything from Selfridges? I'm sure you have. I ordered or paid for that $55 annual shipping thing. That shipping, oh, that sounds worse than buying expansion packs for The Sims. Yeah, I wouldn't know anything about that, but it's probably expensive. But yeah, so I bought something from Selfridges and got that shipping. That shipping is fast. I would rather buy something from Selfridges probably if I want, not probably, if I want to get it sooner than buying from Sephora. And we're in the same country. What is going Selfridges is overseas and they got something to me. I'm sure it wasn't the next day, but the day after. And Sephora, like I pay for the expedited shipping and it's always late. So I don't know. Here it's too. Wow. Yeah, I have not purchased from Harrods. I haven't. I've been looking at the Carolina Herrera stuff and I've just got to save for quite a bit. I won't say for quite a bit, but I got to save. All right, so back to the inner corner. I guess that's what happens on lives. I'm going to go ahead and try this inner corner shade here. It's pretty like whitish. Oh, that would make sense. Well, but when I looked at the DHL shipping history, because I'm one of those, I want to see where the package is at what time. So it said it came in from customs. So it had like a customs thing, like pass through customs in Cincinnati or something. So, okay, inner corner. Yes, thank you for the reminder. All right, so that I'm going to put that on the inner corner. And so I guess that cools the look down a little bit. This is pretty bright and cool. Okay. So there we go. You guys can see how bright that one is. So this is pretty. All right. I'm going to take. All right. I'm going to see how this inner. It's called outer eyelid. The second to last shade on the last row. I'm going to wipe off my Builder Pro, go into that shade because it looks like it has a little bit of depth to it and it's also a metallic. I'm going to put that on my lower lash line. Okay. All right. That gives some depth too. So I think this is very, very brown girl friendly, if you have to ask me, especially with the darker metallics that you can use in your crease as well as, okay. All right. Bye, Nikki. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Yes, I think I will keep the replay. I've deleted all the other replays because they were horrible. So except for the Monday night one. Okay. The ones where like I was talking and nobody could hear me. Of course, I deleted those and stuff. So, but yeah, so like I was saying, very brown girl friendly because you've got the deeper metallic shades, you've got the two deeper matte shades, and then these function as nice transition shades, the two mattes. This, okay. This one here and that one there. So very, very, very good. All right. And so for the eyeliner, I'm going to do a liquid eyeliner. I like liquid eyeliner. If I can find my liquid. Okay. Definitely will keep the replay. Okay. This is the Tarte Man Eater liquid liner. It's in the trial or travel size. Okay. It's not the best job at liquid liner. I got a little zealous and now it's a little thick right there. Try to fix it. Okay. And I think I'm just going to leave it like that. Oh, thank you. Yes. See, I be forgetting. I forget in real life too. A lot of times I don't even put anything on my brow bone. So, brow bone highlight. Thank you, Amanda. So, what can I do for a brow bone? Let's try center eyelid because that has a little bit of a golden twinge to it. This is the shade that we used on the inner corner of this. No, it isn't. Okay. I don't think, did I use this? Yes. Okay. So this center eyelid shade, the one in the center of the last row, is the shade I put right here on this, cool toned eye. So I'm going to take that a little bit. You can't really see it. And pop this right here subtly. Don't want to go too hard with it. At least I don't. No. So that just provides a little pop. It blends nicely into the rest of the eye look. All right. So mascara, same as on Monday. My voluminous lash primer first. Okay. And my Dark Star mascara. All right. See you later, Venice. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good night. Okay. Here we go. All right. That's very pretty. I don't know if you guys can see that, but if you're a lash person, I definitely encourage you to put on some lashes, and then that just takes the look to the next level. I am not a lash person at all. It just, I don't know. I just don't, I never feel like putting them on. And then they're always flipping up in their corner, like after a while. And then yeah, I don't want it flapping in the wind. You know what I mean? That would be embarrassing, at least in my opinion. so, um, so I just stick with the mascara for the most part, unless I'm staying home and just like taking pictures. Okay. Dark Star mascara again. And I will take, hi Dawn, welcome to the live. We're almost finished. Thank you for coming by. How are you? Oh, do you guys have any thoughts on the next palette that you would like to see used on the channel? On these lives? Eyelashes waving at people. Yes, honey. Absolutely not. I can't. Cannot. Oh my goodness. Um, yeah, does anybody have any thoughts? Oh, she's doing well, and I'm doing well too. She's sleeping right now. She's gonna be getting awakened in like a half hour for her to get her night feeding and stuff. But yeah, we're doing well. She's almost 6 months, growing up so quickly. She started trying to say she's babbling and stuff, like saying ah ba 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 and da 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 da, and my husband is convinced that she's saying dada. It sounds like it, but she doesn't know that. I mean, she's not saying it like dada you, she's just saying ah da 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 ah da da something like that. So it's super cute. She's doing very well. Thank you for asking. But yeah, if you guys have a thought about another palette you want to see, my idea is to come back tomorrow. It seems like this StreamYard thing is working pretty good. Um, and so we could get back to Pat McGrath. We could do more Natasha Denona. We'll see. I know. Oh, yes. Okay, I won't say I really like this glam palette. It's really, really good. So yeah, the shine of the metallics, as you can expect from Natasha Denona, is really good. Um, he is a proud papa. He is. My husband is very proud of his little baby girl. But yes, this palette, it's really, really good. I like it. The mattes work very nicely, and it works nicely for deeper skin tones, at least in my opinion. It works very nicely on me. But I am partial to cool tones, so that's just a caveat there. Um, I just like cool toned eyeshadow a lot. So yes, I like it. I like it a lot. So, and I will say that there are some shades that might not, like I think I said this earlier on the live, that um, that some of the shades might look a little bit similar if you put them right next to each other. Like I'm not too convinced that like center eyelid and the brow bone shade here would look too different. Like if you put them right next to each other on the lid, and then center eyelid right here. Yes, center eyelid and then inner corner in the first row. I think those might look a little similar. I think center eyelid has a little bit more depth to it, and it is a little bit of a different formula. I think center eyelid is more metallic, and inner corner on the front row is more chroma crystally. It has a little bit more sparkle and shine to it. But they do have that similar pink, hint. But if you don't mind that, a couple of shades that are pretty close, then I think you'd like it. And you said it's already on your list, so it's really good. It's really good. All right, so what am I going to put on my lips just to complete this look before we head out? I will just use what's in front of me. So I have the Brown Nouveau lip liner from Pat McGrath, same one I used in Monday's video. This has a little bit of a red hint to it. And Monday's live, I said I didn't like it that much. So I don't know why I didn't replace this on my table with something else, but here we are. So it's a cool color. It's just not as deep as I would have wanted it. So I would prefer like Ground Control, or there was another one I just purchased and I can't think of the name right now, but there's another dark brown one it's one of her new colors for her lip liner, and it's really nice. I'm going to use this Flesh 3 Blitz Trans lipstick from Pat McGrath. Okay. This is pretty. I don't think it really goes with this look. Maybe I would like it more if I liked the lip liner a bit better, but there's nothing I can do about it because I don't have another one. So not in front of me. So that is it, guys. That is the Glam Palette tonight. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I do want to come back tomorrow. Deep dive. Okay, Deep Dive is the one that I would prefer to Brown Nouveau. If you don't mind, like this has a little bit of a, I'm sure you can see on my lips, it has like a little bit more of a reddish tone to it. I preferred something a little bit browner and deeper. So Deep Dive I would prefer over this one. So I have Deep Dive and Ground Control. Ground Control is one of her older shades in this pencil, but they're still for sale. So yeah. So yeah. All right, guys, we're going to come back tomorrow. That's my plan, to come back tomorrow for another eyeshadow palette to look, video. And so I'll just pick a palette, or maybe I'll put something on community tab, or we can decide tomorrow because they're all back here. Not all of my palettes, but you guys know. The main ones, the ones I like the most, are right behind me. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and joining me for this live. It's been fun. And if you have any questions, of course, you can leave them in the comments section and I'll get back to you. And I will post pictures of this look on the community tab so you guys can see them closer up and in probably a higher quality. So yeah, thank you, Amanda. It was fun. Thanks for coming through and showing your support. I definitely appreciate it. And I'll be talking to you guys all in the next live. Until then, have a wonderful evening, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.